Observe the typical business conflict. Two rivals lock into a direct head-to-head struggle, hoping for a marginal victory. But the most effective way to secure your position is to avoid the fight entirely. True strategic dominance is found by making your competition irrelevant. Over the next 6 minutes, we are going to build a customized blueprint to reposition your market offering. We call this the strategic terrain audit. By the end of this exercise, you will have an actionable plan to move your operations onto ground your rivals cannot touch. You will need a pen and a piece of paper to complete this workshop. At the top of the page, write down the names of your top 3 direct competitors. We aren't looking for ways to beat these companies at their own game. We are using this audit to step off their terrain, allowing them to continue competing for a space you no longer need to occupy. We begin with Phase 1, External Strategy. Sun Tzu's Playbook teaches us to avoid direct conflict by changing the terrain. You achieve this by redefining the market to play exclusively where your organization is strongest. Beneath your list of competitors, draw a line down the center of the paper. Label the left column Current Market and the right column New Adjacent Strength. Amazon mastered this when they pivoted from retail to cloud infrastructure with AWS. They stopped fighting for margins in the bookstore business and instead weaponized the massive server network they had built to run their own store. They moved the battle to a new field where they owned the ground. Microsoft executed a similar maneuver by prioritizing Azure over the declining PC market. By shifting the battleground to the cloud, they transformed former rivals into partners who paid to use their network nodes. These case studies demonstrate that when you leverage your infrastructure to set new market standards, you change the nature of a relationship with your rivals. The goal of this repositioning is to move your competitors from a position of direct threat to a position where they must rely on the ground you've already captured. Step 2 focuses on velocity. Look at the new adjacent strength you just identified. Now write down one core process required to deliver it and set a concrete goal to cut its execution time in half. Speed is an offensive weapon. If you can complete a feedback loop and implement a change faster than a rival can draft a response, you maintain control over the market's evolution. This timeline compares a standard corporate planning cycle against a rapid iteration loop. While a competitor spends a year on a single release, a faster team iterates 3 times on real-world data. By the time the rival launches, your rapid iterations have already defined customer expectations, effectively pushing the competitor off the chart. Increasing your operational speed ensures that a rival's strategy is obsolete the moment it arrives. You aren't just working more efficiently, you are removing their ability to plan against you. Step 3 moves from external maneuvers to Machiavelli's playbook for internal control. Maintaining the speed we just established requires a balance between a public image of virtue and a private commitment to decisive pragmatism. On the bottom of your paper, write down 2 opposing concepts. Label 1, public value, the friendly brand promise your customers see. Label the other, internal standard, the non-negotiable rule that drives your execution. Machiavelli advised projecting virtue while acting with cold necessity. Amazon applies this through their Day 1 ethos. They present a customer-obsessed face to the world while enforcing a rigorous, uncompromising internal discipline to maintain their standards. Many leaders fail here by letting the desire for internal popularity soften their standards. If your need to be liked prevents you from enforcing the discipline required for high-speed execution, your external strategy will eventually fail. Brilliant market maneuvers require a foundation of stable organizational control. You must be prepared to use pragmatism internally to defend the competitive advantage you've built externally. Step 4 is consolidation. Review your notes and pull your adjacent strengths, your speed targets, and your internal standards into the final sections of the worksheet. To complete the audit, answer 3 final questions on your page. Where is the battleground shifting? How are you increasing your movement toward that ground? And how will your new position create a dependence that secures your market share? Compare your worksheet to this model. Your strategy should now clearly link your infrastructure to a high-velocity plan that competitors cannot easily replicate. You have successfully converted abstract strategic theory into a concrete framework designed to solve your specific market challenges. The strategy you've just outlined provides the exact coordinates to bypass your rivals' defenses. It gives you the blueprint to reset the market terms and dictate the rules of engagement on your own ground. Strategy is an active, continuous way of thinking.
The question is no longer about the competitors on your list, it's about your role in the game. Will you be a piece on the board, or the hand that moves them? Take this completed strategic terrain audit into your next leadership meeting. Use it as the catalyst to initiate your pivot and start moving the board.
Subscribe to the channel for more actionable business masterclasses. Keep auditing your strategy, and we'll see you in the next workshop.